Hey kids, today we're going to do a video on percentages. We're going to talk about percentages. We did percentages over the last week or so, and most of you seem to have it down pretty good. What we did was we turned a fraction into a decimal, and then we turned that into a percentage. Sometimes we round it to the hundredths place, sometimes we didn't. I just want to review that. Let's say Mr. Renfro has 32 windows on his house, okay? And I paint 19 of the 32. What percentage of the windows did I paint? Well, 19 divided by 32 comes out to 0.59375. That's the decimal form, but I want the percentage form, because I'm asking what percentage of the windows did I paint. Well, I could say 59.3% of the windows, or if I decide to round, I could just call it 59%. 59% of the windows I painted. This is not 5 or higher, so I just keep it at 59. I think most of you have that concept down. That's just simply using your calculator, caving in the roof, kicking out the bottom number, turning it into a decimal, and then rounding or not rounding. Of course, you got to move your decimal from here to here. And again, most of you have that concept down. Okay. Today, I want to talk about something a little new. Today, I want to talk about finding the percentage of a number, which is different than the example that I just showed you, okay? I am going to ask the question, what percentage, what is 17%, I'm just making up something off the top of my head, what is 17% of 53? Okay, that is different than what we did before. Before I gave you a fraction and you divide it. Now we're not doing that. I'm asking you, what is 17% of 53? The first step is to change the percentage into a decimal, okay? And what you do here, remember the decimal, when we have a whole number and there is no decimal, the decimal is there. This has nothing to do with it. It's still a decimal there. We just don't write that, okay? We've talked about that a gazillion times. So the first step you do is move the decimal 2 places to the left, okay? That's step number 1. Step number 2 is multiply. So what is 17% of 53? 9.01. Not 9.01%, 9.01 is the answer. Let's do another example. What is 6%? 6% is Pennsylvania sales tax. So what is 6% of, let's say you buy a new iPhone and the iPhone is $691.77. What is 6% of that number? Change it to a decimal. Again, right here's the decimal, and you're going to move it 2 places to the left. So that means you got to add a 0 times 691.77. What is 6% of 691.77? Or in this case, it would be $691.77, because we were talking about purchasing an iPhone. So you would pay $41.51. What is 6% of 971.77? 41.51. Again, remember when we're talking money, you always round it to the hundredths place. And in fact, when we're doing finding percentages of a number, let's always round to the hundreds place. That way we'll all be doing the same thing. I want to do another one. Let's say, what is 71% of 12? 71% of 12. Change 71% to a decimal by moving the decimal 2 places to the left and multiply that by 12. 0.71 times 12, 8.52. So 71% of 12 is 8.52. Okay, that's what we're going to be doing this week. But don't get confused on how I get this number. I can give you anything here, all right? I can give you a question where you might have to figure out this answer, okay? You might have to find the volume of something and then find the percentage of that number. This could also be money, like we did with the iPhone example. Don't let the decimal fool you. 71% of $12.57. It doesn't matter. You're just going to take the decimal and multiply it by whatever number I give you or whatever number you come up with. Okay? All right. Thanks for watching. Good luck.